Hey guys, good morning. Happy New Year's. Thanks for joining me. My name is Elizabeth. I'm your instructor. You're in a Pilates inspired fitness class, and for props today, we're going to use dumbbells. So let's grab those dumbbells and get this party started. We'll begin just with the dumbbells at our sides. Come on to all 10 tippy toes, lower one heel, bend an elbow. Come on to all 10 tippy toes and switch and switch and switch. Yeah, perfect. And continue. So this simple move will begin to warm up your body. And I'd like to take this opportunity to request of you to keep your workout with me today, both safe and pain-free. That means at any time, if I am cueing for a move which is causing your body structural pain, please don't do it and do something different. So any modification at any time is okay. I want you guys to feel better after class, not worse, and I need your help with that. So please listen to your sweet bodies and take care of your sweet bodies. Today, we will get a full body workout in a Pilates inspired fitness class. All right, so as I'm recording this, it is January 3rd. So I'd like to welcome you guys into the new year. Welcome you to my class. Whew, okay, and just begin to notice if you're feeling a little bit of warmth in your body, feeling that body warming up. Nice to see all y'all. Woo! And you are breathing. Boy, this morning I'm hearing all kinds of snapples and cracks and pops in my body. It's a little cold in Southern California this morning, where I'm teaching from. All right, guys, for 3 and 2 and 1, come to center. Swing those arms from side to side. For 2 and 1. Okay, next, let's reach those arms into goalposts. Let's bring one knee into tabletop, sweep those forearms together, and switch, and continue. All right, guys, I just want to point out, if your dumbbells are heavy, this might not feel so great for you, in which case, just come back into a biceps curl position. So my dumbbells this morning are 2 pounds, and I wouldn't really want them any heavier than that for this particular move. We're working a smaller muscle group. We want to be really gentle with our shoulders. Woo! For 3, 2, and the next time you have a knee in tabletop, keep it there. Let's reach those arms into goalpost and reach those arms overhead and bend and do it again. And continue. Keep the shoulders down. Yeah, looking so good. And then if you want more, as you reach those arms overhead, let's kick that leg long and kick that leg long. Trying to keep that knee straight out from the hip. Whoa. Yeah, really feeling those thigh muscles. For 3, 2, and 1, and then come back to center. Swing those arms from side to side. For 2 and 1. Woo, come back to center. Arms in goalpost, other knee in tabletop, arms overhead and bend, overhead and bend. Yeah, looking so good. Keeping those shoulders down, and then finally, maybe kick that leg long. The higher that knee is in space, the more you will feel this in, whoa, those quadriceps. Whoa, taking that balance challenge. You guys look super stable. I feel a little sketchy this morning. Oh, and breathe for 3, 2, and 1, and come back to center. Nice job. Swing those arms from side to side. Okay, next, palms facing in. I want you to bend both knees. All right, and by the way, the booty is back in space so that these knees remain behind those toes. And then from here, guys, we'll kick one leg out, reach the arms back, both arms down, and switch, and switch. So kind of like we're, this reminds me of a speed skater. Woo, yeah. Let's keep those arms straight, guys. And notice how that really activates even the back muscles. We've got triceps, we've got booty, we've got hamstrings. So lots of back body here. Woo, and breathe. Can you come a little deeper into that squat position, still keeping that front knee behind those toes. Whoa. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come up to standing. Ooh, man, feeling that quite a bit. Swing those arms from side to side. For 2, and 1. All right. Arms at the sides. Bend the knees, booty back in space. This time, let's kick the left leg out, and then we'll lift, and lift, and lift. All right. Keeping those arms straight, keeping that front knee behind those front toes. Woo! Okay, maybe this is all you want. If you want a little more, next time everything is lifted, pause, and then let's bend and straighten that back leg. Can you lift those straight arms higher up towards the ceiling? Oh, yeah, feel this quite a bit. Static hold, really strengthening those back muscles with those dumbbells up towards the ceiling. Woo! Trying to keep that rear knee high in space for 3, 2, and 1. Come to center. Ah, I know. I see those faces. I'm feeling it too. Swing those arms from side to side. Okay. You guessed it. Let's take that right foot, kick it back. Arms are at the side. We'll go ahead and bend and lift and tap and lift and tap. Let's again come into that static hold with those arms. Just keeping those arms lifted. All right. And then if you want more, the next time that leg is lifted, pause. And then let's bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Are those arms sinking? If they are, can you roll them back and lift them higher in space? Woo! Yeah, breathing, feeling that backside. For 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come to center. I know. I'm feeling it too. Swing those arms from side to side. For 2, and 1. Come to center. Okay, next. My leggings are super cute, but they're a little bit too big. I thought it wouldn't be an issue, but now I realize I have to keep pulling them up. Okay, guys, at any rate, arms in goalpost, big step apart. Toes externally rotated. Let's lift one heel, lift the other heel, and then lower, and lift, lower and lift, and continue. Okay, now the arms, we're just going to keep them here in a static hold, but I want you to imagine it's super hard to hold these dumbbells in place. And notice how with that intention, it actually becomes quite a bit harder. So go ahead and do that. And then also imagine that the dumbbells are so heavy that they're pressing those shoulders away from the ears. Yeah, so just taking that static hold. So you should feel a lot of work around that shoulder girdle area. Woo! Not to mention the inner thighs and the quadriceps. Yeah, starting to shake a little as I'm going through this range of motion. For 3, and 2, and 1. Pause, arms overhead and bend, overhead and bend. Can you lift those heels higher? So now we're taking a static hold on that lower body after we've already fatigued those muscles. Where are those shoulders? Woo! Are they getting close to the ears? If so, can you lower them? Where are those heels? If they're getting lower, if so, can you heighten them, lift them higher? Feeling this a lot. For 3, 2, and 1. Sweep those forearms together and lift, lift, lift. Lift the heels higher. Woo! Huge static hold in that lower body. For 3, and 2, and 1. Come to center. Oh my goodness. Let's step those feet together. Swing those arms from side to side. All right, guys. And then arms in goalpost. One knee in tabletop. Lower, switch, and switch, and continue. Okay, guys, we're going to come into a little cardio segment. So if you wish, you can do something different than what I'm doing. But the reason why I want to start with this is because I just want to show you, you don't need to do a bouncy thing. In fact, you could even do this without the dumbbells and your heart rate will come up. Okay, but if you want to do a bouncy thing, you can. So a lot of my live students are off running the stairs. And suddenly I'm the only one on my screen. Oh, there's Bev. Yep. All right. So just moving through space a little more quickly to increase that heart rate, increase your oxygen consumption. Woo! Get that heart rate up a little bit higher. Just moving through space freely. And if you work with those arms overhead, it will lend to increasing that heart rate even more because your heart has to work harder to pump blood to those upper extremities. Looking so good and loving it. Yep, fabulous. So, Bev, it's just me and you on the screen. Oh, there's Catherine running through the screen. I bet Catherine has a little pup following behind her. All right, and Bev, I bet your pup is cozy on your bed. Cutest thing ever. And breathe. Oh yeah, there she is. Just adorable. I love it. Yep. And we'll go for another little segment here. Yeah. And that's so funny. Yep. And just continue. So by the way, your heart rate doesn't need to be super high to get into that fat burning zone. So if you're just feeling a little out of breath, you are in that fat burning zone. So you don't, it's the reason I'm saying that is it's not necessary to kind of get super out of breath and get that heart rate up super high. Although certainly if you want to, that's an option. But just want to point that out. So it's all valuable. We'll go for even another little segment. And she's off. I love it. Yeah, and suddenly I'm the only one on my screen, except for Bev's dog. Oh, there's Catherine. I bet. Is that Frankie's tail I see? That's so cute. That's obviously one of my students' dogs. All right, guys. We'll go just for another little sec. For 3 and 2 and 1. Come to center. Swing those arms from side to side. Nice job, guys. You gotta go, Lynn. Okay, good to see you. Happy New Year's. I'll see you next time. All right, guys. Let's come to center. Hope everything's okay for her. Okay, bend the knees, booty back in space, arms back and back and back and back, and continue. Woo! And tap and tap and tap. So on Friday, we spent a lot of time on that posture correcting foam roller. So I want to continue to accentuate that nice posture. So strengthening those back muscles and stretching those muscles across the chest will lend to that better posture. I like the idea of walking into the new year with our good upright posture. Yep, I'm seeing those jackets coming off. Breathing for 2 and 1. Come to center. Swing those arms from side to side. All right, next, let's pivot those palms so they're facing forward. And then squeeze those armpits close, as tight as you can. So already you should feel a lot of muscles in the lat area and the arms. And then let's come on to all 10 tippy toes, as high as you can. Hold it, squeeze those booty cheeks as tight as you can. Yeah, so balance challenge going on here, girls. And then keep squeezing those armpits close. And then let's come into a slow biceps curl and straighten. and lift and lower. So even if I did not have any dumbbells in my hands, this would feel quite strenuous. Well, because I'm squeezing those armpits closed so much. And begin to imagine it's super hard to lower and super hard to lift those dumbbells. And in doing that, you're holding some muscles in an isometric contraction while other muscles are going through a range of motion, which makes this exercise more challenging. Again, you guys are super stable. I'm like all over the place on my tippy toes. And that's okay. That's good. Actually, it means I am challenging myself. Well, that's more challenging than usual. Woo! And squeezing those armpits closed for 3, 2, and 1. Come to center. Swing those arms from side to side. All right. And then let's come into our Pilates V. That means your feet look like a slice of pizza, heels together, and those toes are apart. Arms at your sides, palms facing in. Take an inhale, exhale, reach those arms in front, softness in the elbows, bend the knees, come to standing, and do it again. And continue. Yeah, breathing. Okay, we're going to add on to this in just a moment. So, the next time you're in your little mini plie position, pause, which is what this is called from ballet. And then from here, keep those that diamond shape between the legs. Lift the heels, reach those arms overhead. Lower the heels, arms in front. Do it again, whoa, and continue. Squeeze that backside, lifting and lowering the heels. Woo! All right. Next time you're on your tippy toes, pause. Keep the palms facing up and then open out to the side, overhead. Do it again and continue. Can you come a little lower down towards the ground? Really activating those quadriceps muscles. Can you lift those heels a little higher? Whoa. Yeah, breathing, shoulders down. Palms are up for this sequence, guys. By the way, if those palms were down, this would not be good for the shoulders. So please make sure those palms are up. Woo, can you lift those heels higher? For 3 and 2. And the next time those arms are overhead, pause. Let's lower the heels, reach the arms in front, tippy toes. Whoa, do it again and continue. So we're just doing this little sequence in reverse. Woo! And breathe for 3 and 2. Next time the heels are down, keep them down. Open those arms. Stand tall, open, shoulders down. Woo! For 3 and 2. And the next time those arms are together, pause, reach those arms down. Good. All right. So we've kind of had like a full body workout already, and we're not even done. So let's reach those arms into goal post. Knee and tabletop, and continue. And you guessed it, let's come into a little cardio blast. So if you want to do burpees, you can. If you want to take off and run the stairs, you can. If you want to disco dance, you can. If you want to be silly, you can. Honestly, if you want to go grab a cup of coffee, you can. So just make this meaningful for you. But the goal here is to get that heart rate up. And again, just a little bit. So I'm seeing students jog through my screen. I'm seeing some 50s type dancing movements. Yeah. So again, I just want to take a moment and wish everyone Happy New Year's. The studio where I teach this morning, the trend seems to be that everyone seems to have slept the New Year's in. That's what I did. I think I was in bed at about 10. And I woke up the next morning and it was 2022. I didn't even hear the firecrackers go off, which usually people light firecrackers in my neighborhood when it hits midnight. I woke up the next morning, my husband was like, oh my gosh, did you hear those coyotes last night? I was like, nope, slept right through it. Yeah, I see that your back will go through another little session. If you want to go run the stairs again, you're welcome to. And breathe. Woo. And continue. Boy, you guys, what a gift it is to give ourselves the gift of exercise. Yeah. You think about how many people for the New Year's were like, I'm going to start an exercise program, and here you are. You've already got it going on. So that's pretty awesome. All right, guys. Woo. Yeah, loving it. There goes Linda, jogging through my screen. All right, guys. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. What a nice feeling. We've got that oxygen coursing through our veins, get a little heart rate elevation. Let's take a moment and just swing those arms from side to side. I know I do this move a lot, but it feels really good. For 3 and 2 and 1 and come to center. All right, let's set the dumbbells down to the side. We will likely use them again. I think it's time to take off the jacket. And then we'll come down to all fours, guys. So we'll come down to a kneeling position, hands and knees. Okay. And then from here, I want you to place your shoulders over your hands, and those hips are over the knees. And then let's drop that belly button down. Oh, my back just popped, felt amazing. And then shift that gaze forward, stick that booty out behind you. And then imagine someone's pulling on your bra strap and a belt that you're wearing, lifting that spine up towards the ceiling. Shift your gaze down towards your thighs, feeling that nice roundness in the back. And then drop that belly button down, shift that gaze forward, stick that booty out. And continue moving between these two positions, your own breath, your own pace. And continue. So just heads up, if you're watching me for guidance, my range of motion with this type of exercise or movement is pretty minimal, but for most people, they have a much greater range of motion. And if that's the case for you, just enjoy that. For 3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, and then let's reach that booty back towards the heels. Yeah, perfect. And then we'll lace the fingertips behind the head. And then twist to the right and center, twist to the left and center, and continue. For 2 and 1, come to center. And then let's place one hand down, doesn't matter which. Raise the opposite arm up and over. And then notice how I'm doing that on that outside. There's a lot of space between that hip bone and that bottom rib. Whereas on this side, it's kind of crunching together. Notice if this ear is all up cozy with the shoulder. And if so, separate them for 2 and 1. And come to center. And let's come over to the other side. Yeah, just enjoy that side body stretch. Ooh. For 2 and 1, and come to center. And then take those hands back behind you and take an inhale as you exhale. Let's lift those hips. Feeling a really nice stretch in that quadriceps area. Pressing those hips forward. And your gaze should not be down at your belly button. And I don't want your head hanging in space. As much as you can, it's sort of in a relaxed, neutral position. Yeah, just really enjoying that stretch in those thighs. Woo, for 3 and 2, and 1, and lower that booty down. Nice job. All right, let's shift our weight forward again, coming back to all fours. This time, we'll take that left leg out behind you. Yeah, and reach that right arm forward. Let's take that back leg and lift, and lift, and lift. I want the hips square, so a way to make sure that that's happening is it's the heel that's coming up towards the ceiling with the toes underneath the heel. In other words, your toes are not externally rotated. Woo! Yeah, feeling that that perkiness happening back in that derriere area. Woo! For 3 and 2, keep that leg lifted, find stillness, and just reach as far as you can, fingertips away from the heel. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and come back to center. Ooh, nice job, guys. Let's kick the other leg straight out behind, reaching the opposite arm forward. And again, make sure that those hips are square, and then we'll lift and lift and lift. Woo! Yep, and breathe. Navel is tucked to the spine, taking that balance challenge, just feeling that warmth, squeezing that back booty cheek. Balance challenge. All right, guys, and then find stillness, and then just reach as far as you can from those fingertips to that rear heel. Woo. For 3, 2, and 1, and come back to center. And then separate those knees a lot, guys. Keep the feet together. Reach that booty back and walk those hands forward, bringing your forehead down towards the mat. And just take a moment here. And you are breathing. Reach those fingertips as far away as possible. Let's go ahead and straighten those arms out, and then separate those fingertips a lot and gently press those fingertips into the mat. Take a few breaths. For 3, 2, and 1, and walk those hands forward and come to that upright position. Nice job. Okay, next we'll place our hands back by our feet again on the mat. I'm just going to reposition. And then take an inhale. As you exhale, let's lift those hips forward. Again, just stretching out that front body. And breathe. Really giving those quadriceps some love, and our upper body shoulder area is holding a static hold. And if this is bothersome for your knees, guys, anything else is fine. For 3, and 2, and 1. Lower that booty down. Reach those hands forward. Come back into that all fours position. Next, let's take that left leg. Keep it bent in a 90-degree angle. The sole of the foot is up towards the ceiling, and lift and lift. Squeezing that back booty cheek. For 3, and 2, and the next time it's lifted, keep it lifted. Keep that knee as high in space as you can. Straighten that leg and bend. Nice and slow. Make it count. Make it hard. Make it slow. And then if you want a little more, you can reach those right fingertips forward. Woo! And breathing. Okay. Next time that leg is long, keep it long. Keep that knee high in space. Keep that leg straight. And then whack that back leg. Woo! Feeling those inner thighs. Feeling those outer thighs. Feeling that balance challenge. I'm going to put both hands down. but you're welcome to keep that opposite arm forward. Woo! Notice if your torso is shifting. If it is, see if you can find that stillness in the torso. For 3 and 2 and 1. Come back to center. Nice job. Separate those knees. Reach that booty back towards the heels again. Walk those hands forward into this yummy stretch again. Bringing your forehead and your torso down towards the mat. And notice if your range of motion has increased, guys. Okay, this feels so amazing, but there's another side to do. So let's shift our weight forward again, coming back onto all fours, and we'll kick the right leg straight out behind and bend the knee. Leg is bent in a 90-degree angle, sole of the foot up towards the ceiling and lift. Woo! And lift. And breathe. So you're not bending and straightening the knee, it's just bent in that 90-degree angle the whole time. So it's the head of the femur and the hip socket moving to lift that right angle of the shape of your leg up towards the ceiling. All right, guys, and the next time it's lifted, pause. Keep that leg super high, the knee super high, and then straighten and bend. Are you sagging into your plank position with that upper body, for the arms rather? If so, go ahead and puff that up. Maybe you'd like to reach the opposite arm long if that feels good for you. I'm going to omit that, but you are welcome to do that. Feeling this quite a bit in lots of places. Yeah, I'm loving it. I've seen you guys challenging yourselves. Linda, I feel like you're reaching out to shake my hand. All right, next time that leg is long, keep it long, and then let's flag to the right and to the left. And again, notice if your torso is shifting. If it is, try to keep your torso super still. Imagine this move is very strenuous. And notice how it, in fact, becomes more strenuous. Woo! For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my. Come back to center. Separate those knees a lot. Reach that booty back towards the heels. Walk those hands forward. Yeah, looking good. Bring that face down towards the mat. Inch those fingertips away a little bit further until you find your comfortable end range of motion, and then separate those fingertips as much as you can. Arms are straight. Gently press those fingertips into the mat. Woo! And breathe. Wow, for some reason today, this stretch is feeling really, really fabulous. I mean, it usually feels good, but it's feeling like extra special today. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's walk those hands back underneath you. Oh my gosh, I feel like a new woman. Okay, let's flip over onto our backs. Have those dumbbells nearby. Okay, lying back. We'll begin by placing the fingertips behind the head. Knees bent, feet flat. Come up into a mini crunch position. Rest the head into the hands. Let's bring one knee into tabletop, put it down. Other knee into tabletop, put it down, and continue. By the way, guys, it is 100% fine to do this with your head down if this mini crunch is bothersome for any part of your body. And if it's bothersome for any part of your body, I'd prefer for you to keep your head down than continue keeping it lifted. Okay, so maybe this is all you want. If you want a little more, the next time a knee is lifted, keep it lifted and bring both knees into tabletop. And then tap the toes of one foot down and then the other. And continue. I'm going to go back to that earlier version, but if that more challenging version feels good for you today, go ahead and do that. And breathe. Yeah, really good. Regardless regardless of the variation that you're doing, hollow out that belly a lot. Yeah, looking fabulous. Okay, guys. And then the next time you have your left knee in tabletop, pause. Good. If you are operating with your feet suspended in space, go ahead and kick that right leg long. Bring that right elbow to the left knee and switch and switch. I am going to continue with the march, but if you wish, you can come into a bicycling situation with that lower body. Woo! And continue. You are breathing. Yeah, by the way, if you're newer to my classes, I am modifying right now. Just am pointing that out because I just want you to know that I listen to my own advice. Could I do the full expression? Sure, but I would be feeling it afterwards, not in a good way. So I am not doing that. And not that you need that permission, but just want you to know I listen to my own advice. So any modification is fine. And breathe for 4 and 3. Yeah, and I'm seeing different variations. That makes me super happy. And 1, come to center. Rest that head down. If it's lifted, take a step apart with those feet and windshield wiper those knees from side to side. Yeah, that feels really good. Wow, my body is really responding to these stretches today. For 2 and 1, come back to center. Okay, guys, let's wrap those dumbbells and reach those arms into a goalpost position. Elbows super far away from those shoulders, arms bent in that 90-degree angle. Keep the head down, knees bent, feet flat. Take an inhale, exhale, arms up to the ceiling, lift the hips. Inhale, lower the elbows and the booty, and reach. And reach. So you're lowering and lifting. Really nice. By the way, with those dumbbells, you do not have a death grasp on them. So I want your hands in a relaxed position as they're holding the dumbbells. Woo! I also want your wrists straight. So that means it's hard for me to even have that poor form. But that means that the wrists are not bent in either direction. That the backs of the hands are just extensions of the forearms. Woo! For 3 and 2. And the next time everything is lifted, pause. Pivot those palms so they're facing each other. And then open those arms out to a T. Palms are facing up. Softness in the elbows. Hug a tree. Do it again. Hug a tree. In other words, you're reaching those arms up to the ceiling with roundness in those arms. Palms facing each other. And then adding on. Hips are lifted. 1 knee into tabletop as you hug that imaginary tree. And lower and switch. And switch. By the way, guys, at any time when the hips are lifted, if you want to take a look up towards the camera to see what's going on, just lower the hips and then look up. So anytime the hips are lifted, we want the head down. That is important. Woo! And you're breathing. For 4, looking good, guys. I can see you without lifting my head. And 3. Woo, all about that belly. 2. The next time you have a knee in tabletop, pause. Reach those arms straight up to the ceiling. Kick that leg long, knee in tabletop, kick it long, knee in tabletop. As you kick that leg long, guys, let's bring those dumbbells down to the head by bending the elbows. Arms straight up to the ceiling as you draw that knee in. And continue. So in other words, we're coming into a triceps press, also known as a skull crusher in old gym lingo. Trying to keep those elbows directly above the shoulders so they're not moving through space while they're bending and straightening. They're staying at the same place. Notice if your tabletop is getting sloppy. I just had a sensation that mine is. And if so, try to find that really great form. And if it's not perfect, but you're working on your You're trying to get it perfect. You get points for trying. Woo! For 3 and 2. And the next time that knee is in tabletop, pause. Put that foot down. Other knee in tabletop. Arms straight up to the ceiling. Kick that leg long. Tabletop. Long. Tabletop. All right. You guessed it. As we straighten, let's come back into the skull crusher. As we straighten the leg, we bend the elbows. As we bend the knee, we straighten the arms. Woo! Yeah, feeling those triceps, feeling those quadriceps, feeling that back body area. Breathing. By the way, this is inherently a posture correcting sequence because the hips are in front of the torso, which is the opposite of the torso being in front of the hips, which is so prevalent in our poor posture society. Woo! For 3 and 2 and 1. Pause. Lower both feet down. Lower the booty and bend the elbows into the waist. Dumbbells facing each other over your midsection. In other words, you're in a biceps curl position with the dumbbells facing each other, palms facing in, both feet down, head flat. Okay, guys, listen for the change. Take an inhale, exhale, lift the hips, straighten the arms down towards the heels, and then lower the booty, bend the elbows, do it again. And continue. So we're lifting and lowering the hips, bending and straightening the elbows into a biceps curl. And notice how maybe this biceps curl is kind of easy. So let's make it more difficult. How? With our intention. So see if you can find that. Okay. And then if you're having a hard time with it, I'll walk you through it. Begin to squeeze those armpits closed as you're going through this range of motion. And then begin to hover those elbows just above the mat. While you are squeezing those armpits closed, are you squeezing those booty cheeks? If not, do that. And suddenly, this went from like a 2 to a, let's see, I'm going to call it a solid 7. Yep. So just in that mind-body connection, you can make an exercise quite a bit more challenging. Woo! Yeah, feeling this quite a bit. Breathing, squeezing those armpits closed and those booty cheeks. Woo! For 3 and 2 and 1. Let's lower the booty down and lower those arms down. Nice job. Kick those legs long. And then just shimmy those toes from side to side. You can kind of massage out that booty area by rolling over on one hip and then the other. That feels really good. I think I need a massage. My body is like really craving these stretching, massaging movements. For 2 and 1, and come to center. Okay, let's separate those knees. Feet bent. No. Knees bent, feet flat, and then drop the knees to the left. Let's release the dumbbells, lace the fingertips behind the head. All right, then maintaining this pretty intense stretch in that lower body. Take an inhale, exhale, crunch straight up the center. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, hollow out that belly. Yeah, you're getting a fabulous stretch in that top thigh. Our body is twisted, so we're in a different plane of motion. Woo! And then notice how that hip bone and that rib are decreasing in space between them and then increasing as you lower down. If this is bothering your neck, guys, apply gentle pressure from your head into your hands to try to get the work out of the neck. For 3, 2, and the next time you're up, stay up. Yeah, and just take that static hold. And then see if you can suck in that tummy more, hollow out that belly more, even try to feel the muscles on the back side of your waist active. Just take that big static hold while maintaining the crunch. Woo! This should start to feel strenuous because you're using your mind-body connection to make it so. Yeah, breathing for 4, 3, 2, and lower down and rest. All right, let's just take a moment here in the stretch, feeling that really terrific stretch in that top waist area after all of that work. So just give that muscle group a little bit of love. For 3 and 2. Man, you guys, time flies when you're having fun. And 1, and come to center. Let's drop those knees over to the other side. And we'll give our body a moment to settle into the stretch before we begin to add in those oblique crunches. Man, we've got 5 minutes left in class. I feel like this class really flew by. All right, guys. Now, let's begin to come in and out of the crunches. So take an inhale, exhale, come into the crunch. Inhale, lower, exhale, crunch, and continue. Again, hollowing out that belly, gently applying pressure from the head into the hands to get the work out of the neck. Woo! Increasing and decreasing the space between this rib and hip bone. By the way, that's a really great way to improve your posture while you're just standing. Think about increasing the space between those two bony landmarks. Oh, feeling this a lot, feeling that really nice stretch in that top thigh. Oh. All right, guys, preparing for that isometric contraction. The next time you are up, stay up. Can you come up a little higher? Not because of the neck is working, not because you're getting it out of the neck into the midsection. And hollowing out that belly, seeing if you can feel those muscles on the back side of your waist firing up. Big isometric contraction, static, hold, breathe. Make this as strenuous as possible, going for that tiny waist for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Just allow your body to settle into the stretch. After all that activity, should feel pretty good. For 3, and 2, and 1. And come back to center. All right, guys, from here, let's hug the knees into the chest and just curl into a tiny little ball. You can keep your head flat if that's good for you, or you can bring the nose towards the knees and the knees towards the nose. Perhaps you'd like to gently rock from side to side. Just enjoy that massage on the back side. Breathe. And then come back to center. If it's agreeable for your body, bring the nose towards the knees and the knees towards the nose. And then begin to rock and roll forwards and backwards, up and down the length of your spine. I'm going to omit this move, but usually it's a feel-good move. Yeah, loving it, loving what I'm seeing. By the way, this is a classic Pilates exercise. All right, guys, and then let's all meet in a seated position. Kick those legs out in front of you, reach those fingertips forward, and then reach those fingertips forward, allowing your torso to come down towards your thighs. Forward flexion is not feeling great for me today, so I'm not going to do this, but I'm seeing you guys are. Usually this is a crowd pleaser and feels amazing. If you flex your feet, you will feel the stretch more in the back of the legs. For 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, guys. And then, however you wish, let's come up to a standing position. I hope you guys feel amazing. Give me a thumbs up if you felt like that class was in hyperspeed motion. Yeah, like flew by. Let's swing those arms from side to side. Yeah. Hope your body feels fabulous, guys. For 3, and 2, and 1, come to center. Let's reach those arms overhead. Drop the shoulders, curl the fingertips over, tuck the chin to the chest, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. When you get down to the bottom, take any stretch that feels good for you. And then when you're ready, softness in the knees, head is heavy, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up. Nice. When you get to the top, bring those shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down. One more time, up, back and down, and walk into your new week and your new year with your awesome posture. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I really appreciate it.